everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Amoya and this is my first YouTube video ever. This channel is pretty much, in sum, it's going to be about motherhood, what that looks like, what they don't tell you, what I'm going through, what helps me, what works for me. Basically just a channel where I'm going to be sharing everything with you all. Okay, this journey for me started 8 months ago when I gave birth to my son, my first child, September 19th 2019. 9/19/19, how cool is that? So pretty much there's so much that occurred within these last 8 months that I am dying to share, looking for a platform to share. I was doing that a little bit on Instagram, but I feel like on YouTube you can more, your voice could be more heard on YouTube. So that is why I'm starting this channel. On my first video, I wanted to start off with doing a video on what they don't tell you. Meaning, what they don't tell you happens during and after labor and delivery. Okay? Because they just don't tell you these things. I did not know half the things I'm about to tell you. Maybe you knew, but I didn't know. So for everybody who's like me, who did not know, this video is for you. So, number one, labor is intense. Okay? Intense. The pain is excruciating. Now, I, for starters, did not get an epidural. I opted to not do an epidural. I wanted to go and have as close to an all-natural birth as I possibly can get in a hospital setting. So for me, what that looked like was no epidural and not having to be induced. So I wanted to start my contractions and dilate all naturally on my own. I wanted my body to do all the work. I didn't want any help from any medicine, doctors, anything like that. So that's what natural birth for me looked like in a hospital setting. So that's what I did. And it was long hours. Okay? I started going into labor September 17th, 2019. And I did not give birth until September 19th. 2 days. 2. Not being able to eat in those 2 days, not being able to drink but chew on ice chips. Now, I'm a foodie. I love food. So you telling me I couldn't have my food for 2 days? I was pissed. The second thing they don't tell you is after you deliver, the doctors press on your stomach. I look like a bird. Okay. But you pretty much get what I'm trying to say. The doctors press on your stomach. Excuse my dog. This is Lila, everybody. But they press on your stomach to push all the extra, blood that you have up in there out, and that hurts. They also don't tell you is you are going to bleed. It's not your period, but it's still blood residue left from, I guess, your cervix closing, or I don't know where the blood comes from, but pretty much you're bleeding and you have to wear these panties, underwear, whatever you call them, that looks like a pad kind of thing. It's weird, whatever. You also pass blood clots. Also, what they don't tell you is, drum rolls, this bottle will be your new best friend. They call this a cleansing bottle. Do you see it? Every time you use the bathroom, you have to squirt. Should I do it? Let's do it. I'll clean that up later. So every time you use the bathroom, you are going to have to clean your vaginal area with warm water. That is key. You are going to ask this one question 1,000,000 times. Where is the doctor? Where is the doctor? In my mind, I felt like when I was giving birth, my nurse and my doctor would be there by my side through every step. That is not the case. It's not the case. The doctor is off delivering other babies who are ready to be delivered before you. The doctor is performing C-section for women who have a scheduled C-section or who emergency occurred and they have to have a C-section. There are going to be dozens of other babies who are going to be delivered before yours. So while you're laying on that bed, going through labor and waiting for your cervix to fully dilate, your doctor is going to be busy elsewhere. Okay? That I did not know. And that I think you should know. But another thing they don't tell you and what you should know is when it comes time to push, there are going to be a lot of faces staring in between your legs. A lot of faces. And in that moment, you are not going to care because you want that baby out. So you don't care who's looking at you. Also, they don't let you stand up. You are not allowed to leave the hospital unless you have a bowel movement. It's just that simple. It's going to be painful at first. You're not going to know which area you're pushing from because everything down there is sore and numb, but you are not allowed to leave the hospital until you have a bowel movement. Also, if you choose to breastfeed, know that your baby may not latch right away. You have to teach your baby to latch. And the final thing that I'm going to say is you will not get any sleep. I have not slept a full 8 hours in about a year because in my last trimester of pregnancy, I could not sleep because I was so uncomfortable with your big belly. I was a stomach sleeper, so I couldn't get used to sleeping on your side, and especially the left side that they recommend that you sleep on. I couldn't get used to that, and I was just uncomfortable, and I was over it. And after he was born, I couldn't sleep because in between nursing him, if you're breastfeeding, or formula feeding, if you choose to feed your baby with formula, you are constantly feeding throughout the day, overnight. They wake up every hour, every 2 hours, sometimes 3 on a good day to feed. And when they are sleeping, you constantly are peeking at them to make sure they're breathing. Because that is a fear I'm sure all parents face, is SIDS, the big scary SIDS. You know, that's a scary thing. So you're constantly going to be looking if your baby is breathing. I know for me, every time it even looked like he wasn't, I was poking him like to make sure he moved, and he moved, and it was like a sigh of relief. But it's a scary thing. So that is going to cause you to lose sleep. I'm sure there's still a lot more, but I can't think of anything else right now to add. I think what I stated earlier was the most important things that they didn't tell me that I think you should know. So with that said, thank you for watching, and I will be posting videos frequently now and building this space for us all. One last thing. Let me show you guys my son. Look at my baby. Look at my baby. Say hi. Say hi. Hi guys.